was looking pretty stout, but pretty good though. I like it, good lighting, clear paths, and should be good there.
All right, welcome back everyone to the Easton Hoyt Pro-Am here, Bossier City Civic Center in Bossier City, Louisiana. Nathan, there is our known pro leaderboard. Run it down for us.
So Stephan Hansen at 436, tied with Kevin Dukes also at 436. 2 points ahead is Kyle Douglas in third place. And then 4-point swing up to, another 2 points up to Brady Hempen at 440, and then an 8-point swing up to Lawson Veit 448, which is a smoking round on that 40 targets they shot.
This is going to be a gunfight for sure. Nathan, before we get to the action, we want to go back to Fort Benning to the Shibuya Pro-Am, see how Known Pro ended up there. We often talk about how deep the known pro division is in the ASA, and we saw proof of that in Benning since none of the 5 Shootdown competitors shot in the Foley finals. It was the only class with no repeats.
This is about to get real right here.
Kyle Douglas came into the finals with the lead, and he did what Kyle Douglas does when he's on fire, protecting that lead all the way to the end.
If we were in Vegas, I'd take all my money and put it right now on Kyle to win.
He only needed an 8 with his last shot to take the win, but of course he hit the 10 for his first victory of 2025.
That was good. I mean, I didn't shoot as good in the shoot-off as I would have liked or normally expected, but it was good enough to get it done, so that always feels good. It can be pretty tough sometimes, you know. It's definitely harder to get yourself to be more aggressive when you're leading. You know, you don't want to protect the lead and lose it, but you also don't want to do something stupid and lose it. So, yeah, I definitely have a little bit easier mindset when I'm coming from behind.
All right, let's get to our known pro shoot down here. Our 5th place qualifier with a score of 436 and 19 bonus rings. From Yankton, South Dakota, shooting for Matthews, Stephan Hansen. And our number 4 qualifier with a score of 436 and 22 bonus rings. From Ocala, Florida, shooting for Matthews, Kevin Dukes. Our number 3 qualifier with a score of 438 and 23 bonus rings. From Liberty, Utah, shooting for Matthews, Kyle Douglas. And our number 2 qualifier with a score of 440 and 23 bonus rings. From Paducah, Kentucky, shooting for Gas Bowstrings, Brady Hempen. And our number 1 qualifier with a score of 448 and 24 bonus rings. From Stillwater, Oklahoma, shooting for Elite, Lawson Veit. All right, so Nathan, I am not very good at math, but it looks to me by Lawson's score that with 24 bonus rings and a score of 448, he shot 0 8s this weekend.
Well, me and you combined might make one good mathematician, but yeah, I see the same thing. That's pretty good shooting on courses that go out to 60 yards with no 8s, no single-digit scores.
Nathan, they had a 61-yard coyote this weekend that they had to shoot on the first day. Their first 14 targets on day 1, the average distance was 52 yards.
Nice.
And he never left the 10 ring.
That's impressive. Well, it didn't matter what it was. He never left the 10 ring the whole weekend. So, So we have, that looked like just hanging a 10 there for Kevin Dukes on that Bodoodle bedded buck.
All right, so we're going to run through the score here. First up, Lawson Veit on the HHA Ram.
It's a 10.
It is 38.5 yards. It's a 10. We should mention, Nathan, that we couldn't get beyond 50 in this facility. So even though this is a 60-yard max class,
Yes.
the distances are the same that we saw in women's known pro.
There's a 12 for Brady Hempen. Yeah.
That's a 44-yard Stan Leopard.
That's a good, obviously a great start for Brady. Getting him a couple points closer to Lawson. And, typically Kyle is going to lead off and do something strong. And he did. He's shooting at the gas bowstrings Coyote, and he 14s it, so.
32 yards. Kyle Douglas is shooting at 14. Yes.
Well, that's what he's going to do on that. That is the shortest one. So,
yeah.
Luck of the draw, as we said before, always kind of comes into play. So if you're walking out here and this is your first time ever in one of these shoot-offs and you draw that 32-yard Coyote, you kind of think, dadgummit, I'd like to at least shoot one arrow and make sure everything's right before I get, but not Kyle Douglas.
No.
Kyle Douglas says, I've done this before. This is one target I need, so let's just get this 14 out of the way. So Kevin was just a little bit low there. And then we got Stephan is just a little low, obviously shooting at the 14 on that Swacker Wolverine.
Kevin Dukes took a 10 on that bedded buck there.
Yep. So they rotate positions. Once Stephan moves from 5th over to the first shooting position, typically he gives a thumbs up and they say all good, and then they have a minute to shoot these targets.
Yeah, there is a time clock on the field.
Typically is not a problem for these guys at all, especially since they can know the distance. Knowing the distance is a big deal.
Stephan using those Sig Sauer binoculars, image stabilization. So he sees a nice solid picture there through those binos. But there's the man, Kyle Douglas, 3-time defending champion shooter of the year in this class.
Kevin Dukes looking good and steady.
There he goes. He
and
called
he
upper.
called the upper. So
got it.
Smoked it.
That's what we expect to see in this class. Lawson Veit on a long hold there, and he called the upper and got it.
He did. Good shot, Lawson. Looks like
Stephan, 14.
14, yeah. I do expect a lot of rings to be hit in this group of guys. Like I said, typically they shoot out to 60, and this has been limited to 50 because of this indoor facility. So these guys are probably like, man, hey, we're on the kids' course here. 12, as we said, for Lawson. All of these guys actually lifted the flag for the upper with the exception of
Brady, because this is why right here.
Yes, exactly.
He didn't need to shoot an upper 12 because he shot a 14.
That's right.
So, yeah, there you go. Nathan, they're looking at that at 32 yards. On Friday, that was 61 yards. Double the distance,
basically. I was going to say, basically double that distance. I bet you they liked it a lot better right there.
Oh, yeah.
But, here's the thing. At 32 yards, you got to hit the 14.
Right.
So it's just as tough, really, here at 32 as it is at 61 when at that distance you really were just looking for a 10 ring.
Trying for a 10.
Yeah, so, but I still think they probably like it at 32 better.
So, Nathan, here's where we're talking about pulling the line. Let's see if he did it, and then we'll explain what that means.
10.
10. Okay. So
super close.
These are foam targets.
Yes.
Those lines are pliable, and so sometimes you can shoot under it and then pull the line. Has to touch the arrow, but
And when somebody says pull the line, I think that's misunderstood at times because they think, well, just because you pull it doesn't mean you actually touched it. But what we say when he's pulling the line means he's touching the line, but the line pulled to his arrow.
Yeah. It's stretched.
Yes, it's stretched.
This isn't like a black circle on a piece of paper.
Right. It's not a finite line.
As
either.
you explained, that there is some depth to it, so you can, if you think about that, like unfold it.
Yes, edge to
as
edge.
it were.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, edge to edge. It could be 3/16, quarter inch, maybe longer.
Kevin Dukes is swinging around to number 1, the HHA Ram. Oh.
Oh, we got something out here. Scott's stopping everybody.
Okay. We're getting the calls there. 4 and 5, letting them know that the flags are up, and they're saying, yep, I'm shooting at that.
That's really important. I mean, obviously, Scott and any of the guys that are scoring arrows, they need to know.
Yeah.
And
did you call it, or did it get left?
Yes, yeah. And like we had in the last shoot-off there where it got left up and Paige didn't realize it, that could have, if you want to get real technical about things, that could have cost her.
Sure, for sure, yeah. It's Brady Hempen, who is currently 4 points behind our leader.
I don't know if this is his 4th or 5th year in the pro class, but he's really come on.
Yeah.
Brady has been such a good shooter, but there's so much talent out here.
Kyle Douglas just got a 14.
Wow.
Oh, but Kevin Dukes missed it low. Ouch.
Just off. But yeah, Brady has been in a lot of these shoot-offs.
Yeah.
And just not quite got the win yet, but he's super talented and he's right there.
Yep, knocking on that door. It's going to happen. An 8 for Kevin Dukes there. Stephan Hansen now. He went for a 14, and he got it.
Yep.
Got it.
You talk about
5th place. Why not?
You talk about hard to pinpoint where that's at on all those little puppy prints all over that target.
Get lost in the spots.
Yeah.
Now we come to our leader, Lawson Veit, and he didn't need the 14, even though it was the shortest. He went for the upper, but missed it.
Just missed it. Probably a pretty good call. He didn't shoot at the 14.
And now Kyle's. There's Brady, who's up next on the Bo Doodle bedded buck. He went for the upper. I don't think he got it. Yeah, no, he's under it. So a 10, but Kyle's the one. So this is going to move. So Lawson's going to go to 480. Kyle's going to go to 476. Lawson doesn't need to sweat yet, but
nope. But you got the hammer. Maybe this is the little hammer because he travels with Tim Gillingham. You got the little hammer coming.
Yes. There you got it.
Well, maybe we should call him the sledgehammer because he swings pretty heavy.
He does.
So we've seen quite a few 14s actually over there on that Ram. I don't know why Kyle would not shoot at it.
Right. It is 38.5 yards. I don't want to say anything's like a gimme for these guys, but for him, that's juicy.
It's well within the distance, obviously, and the rings are the same size. He needs that ring to get where he wants to go. So, again, not shooting for second place.
Yep. Yeah, and he's 4 points back, so he needs to make something happen. Okay, so here's our picture-in-picture there, Nathan, where we got Kevin Dukes on the Leopard on the left, Stephan Hansen on the Coyote on the right. So
these guys hold so steady. It is, I love
14.
watching how well they hold the bows.
Stephan got the 14. Kevin Dukes went for it. That's the right area.
can't see the line, but
That's the right area.
it is the right area. It might be a little high. Again, naked eye has failed me already once today.
First up is Kyle. Oh, he might be just over it. Oh,
It's an 8. It's an 8.
Ouch.
Wow. Dang it.
No, that's
He's-
not what he wanted to do.
So close.
And I think
Leaving
we got
the
the
8 ring
same
out.
for Kevin. Yeah. Also just over.
Just high.
Wow. Stephan got it on this.
I don't know if Lawson's breathing a little bit easier after he saw that 8 from Kyle down there.
So, now, Nathan, Stephan Hansen
14.
making the move now. He just climbed into contention.
Yep.
And Lawson, what did he do on this bedded buck? He called upper.
Called upper. That's in the area.
That's close.
That is in the area.
Oh, I think he got it.
Super close. I think that's a 23 he's shooting diameter.
He got it.
Got it.
Just
Yep.
adding. That's the thing, Nathan. If you're scrambling behind and the leader just keeps ticking away, another bonus ring. Hard to reel him in.
Yeah, it is. It really is. We talked about this before we actually started the broadcast. Great shot
Brady
there.
Hempen with a 12.
Yep. Talked about how when you're in the lead in the known pro division, it's so hard to stay in the lead because you don't know how much you have to mash the gas. You don't want to do anything stupid, but the guys behind you are like hungry wolves, and they're just coming fast for you. And they've got nothing to lose, and you've got everything to lose.
So that probably explains why Lawson did not shoot at the 14 on the Coyote. Didn't need to. He knows everybody else is going to aim for it and probably hit it, but that's a bigger risk if he misses.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's hard to say that he would have missed that because he just missed the 12. That doesn't, you know, it would have been a totally different shot process. You never know. But you also look at it in hindsight and say, well, he just missed it, so it was a good call to shoot at the 12.
Yeah, so now we see our leaderboard there. And yes, Stephan Hansen has now moved into third place. Brady Hempen still in second. Lawson Veit, 492. Kyle Douglas now in fourth place.
That's a smoked 14.
That is Brady Hempen with a 14.
And that's a 12 on that. So
Stephan was shaking his head.
Brady
missed.
Brady's going to be 2 points behind him now in the last arrow.
14.
14 for Brady Hempen.
Ram.
Great shot.
Moving over to Kyle,
who just missed the 14 on the ram on the last target.
Called upper. Oh, he got
But he got a 14.
Yeah, there we go. I meant to do that last time.
Right.
That's the Stan Leopard. Now coming around to Kevin on the Gas Bowstrings Coyote. He looks good.
Yeah, it does.
With the naked eye.
I would say
can't
that's
see.
Yeah.
Yep, there we go. 14, 14, 14. Stephan, can he keep it going? We're 3 for 3 so far.
I know he's got one back there in the area. I don't know that he hit it, but
might be a little low, Nathan.
Yeah, little low.
Yep, there it is.
There we go.
Just under.
Okay, so while we were just talking about that, now, granted, that was the last target for them in the 5-target round. Okay, so now they get one more arrow for a final target, one last arrow. Anyone within 10 points of the leader.
Yeah.
So, did he have to shoot at that 14 right there? Would a 10 or a 12 been a smarter play?
Safer, yeah.
But what are you playing for?
Yeah.
You playing for the win? You playing for a podium?
There's your leader. Just added another 2
Yes.
points. Another 12 for Lawson. I think he's only shot 110. 4 bonus rings, 110.
So if you do the math, he had an 8-point lead coming in.
Yeah.
If you say, okay, I'm going to hit 12 every target, because it's the safe play, you 12 every target all the way through, can they catch you?
Can they catch 16 points that he would have but then they have to close that gap.
Yeah, technically somebody could catch you because they could hit all 14s.
Yeah.
But it's unlikely.
That's a big ass.
Yes.
So, Kevin Dukes is going to finish in 5th place. Stephan Hansen does stay in within 10 points of Lawson to make that final, the last chance archery, last chance arrow. So we are going to have 4 shooters shooting this deer that Tommy Greenhill has put back out, and Scott Parrott will pick a shooting position. We'll have Stephan up shooting first, then Kyle, then Brady. Lawson gets to see what everybody's doing.
So to answer that question earlier, because I wasn't doing the math correct, so this is where you need that guy in the box helping you understand what's going on.
Yeah.
Stephan definitely needed to shoot at that 14, because if he had hit it, he would have went ahead of Kyle. If he'd have shot a 12, he'd have been tied with Kyle, but Kyle would have had him on bonus rings.
Yeah.
So, I mean.
Same position.
Yes, exactly.
No harm, no foul. Other than not hitting it.
Well, yeah. But that's where that guy in that little box behind you comes in handy. We're like, hey, and you hope that guy can do math without having to take his shoes off like me.
No one is going to be asking me to be in their shooter box there. I can promise you that. If you're thinking about it, don't. I'll tell you right now.
So they have set the last chance archery, last chance arrow deer target out for them. And they've got a whole new shooting position. And Stephan Hansen gets the honors first.
Yeah, so it was 48 to the bedded buck. This target's in front of that, and they moved up. So it's, probably in the vicinity of 39 to 42 yards. He's shooting at the 14. There's just no two ways about it. Oh, just.
Oh, so close.
I think he missed it. Oh, I don't think he pulled that line down, Nathan. Yeah, Scott didn't look too long. That's an 8.
Oh, yeah, just a little low.
Little low there. All right, so currently Stephan stays in 4th place, barring whatever happens here, but there he is dialing in his sight. This is Kyle Douglas. Again, 3-time defending shooter of the year in known pro.
When Kyle switched his shooting technique from surprise release to command, he went from a really, really good archer to a great
one
archer.
Of the best in the world.
Yeah.
He told me the other day, he said, I want to have control over when that goes off.
Oh,
got it. Got it.
Big old spot up there.
He loved that marker that Stephan left him.
Perfect. Perfect. What you do with that is you set your sight 1 yard farther than what the target actually is, and you aim at that spot.
Aim at that spot.
Let that arrow rise right into the middle of it.
Yeah. Yeah, you get some coaches who say that the surprise shot is the best way because it gives you the best form, etc. But then now you have some of the best shooters in the world are command shooters. Basically, it comes down to what you can do the best. There is no right way, there is no wrong way.
No, what can you sustain?
Yeah.
What
Kyle does is not easy.
No. What you have in the middle game to sustain is really important.
Brady shoots a hinge.
Got it. Great shot. Great shot.
Okay, so Lawson needs at least a 12.
Yeah.
A 12 or a 14 wins.
So,
Well,
they would
let's
be
see.
tied because
It
they
would
would
be
have the
tied.
same amount of bonus rings.
Yeah. So he
So
needs a 14.
needs a 14 to win.
14 to win. Here we go.
So all this time, all he's had to do is shoot 12s.
Yeah.
Now that game has got to get up there.
Needs a 14. We should mention Lawson has never won in this division before. So, I mean, he's been cool as a cucumber so far. I'm imagining the pressure is nerves going a little bit.
For sure. I think he goes to college at Lindenwood up in Missouri.
You're correct.
And he shot a lot of archery in college. Shot a 30X at Vegas this year that was just looked like he shot one arrow in each spot. Amazing. Got crazy good talent. But let's see what he does here.
Yeah.
For the win.
For the win.
Oh, he missed. Oh, it's just high.
Brady
gets
Hempen.
Brady
takes
gets his first win.
First pro win. Look at it. It's just hitting him.
Wow.
Wow.
What?
You know, you don't wish that on your opponent, but
No,
Brady
not at
did
all.
what he needed to do.
Wow.
Wow.
Finally happened. Finally happened. You know, he has done. Like I said, I don't remember if this is his 4th or 5th year as a pro, but he has been there over and over and over again.
Yes.
And just so close so many times.
Oh, you can tell. Look at it on his face. He is feeling that. He's been working at it, working at it, working at it. As you mentioned, always hanging around. He's coming over to the headset now. And there he is, Brady Hempen, first win as a pro. How does that feel?
I don't even know. It's a crazy feeling.
That is awesome. I know you got a lot of fans here that are really happy to see you get that win and maybe that monkey off the back. Watching that last shot, watching you rotate that hinge, take me through that.
To be honest, it just sat right on Kyle's arrow hole, and it fired, and I knew it fired good. And you can probably hear it. I said, "Yep," that's before it hit the target. It just felt money.
It looked so good. Looked clean. Got to be happy about that.
Oh, I'm beyond happy. A lot of hard work.
Brady Hempen, first win as a known pro. Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, folks, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back here at Bossier City Civic Center.